Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve and yes, I am on summer vacation. As a matter of fact, my wife and I are about to leave in the next 20 minutes, so I have to get this video done quickly. What video are you wondering that I am doing? I am doing this one. This is the C190, or called the H-145. It is a helicopter designed for beginners. Why do I say it's designed for beginners? Well, when I looked at the manual and checked out all the features on here, it does not have the ability to flip upside down like a lot of the modern helicopters. It does not have a GPS in it, so that's why the price is low. How much does it weigh, you wonder? Here, look at this is how much it weighs. Does it come with a remote, you wonder? Yes, it does. It's ready to fly out of the box, so it comes with this remote, and this remote will get you 150 meters of flight range. So yeah, you can fly it 150 meters away from yourself as long as there's not a lot of interference. And what is that in feet? I'll put it over here. How big is the helicopter? Well, it's about this big. You can see it's a decent size, and there's something very interesting about this one. For a beginner helicopter, usually when they make them inexpensive, they have maybe 2 blades, sometimes 3 blades, maybe 4. This has 5 blades, so it takes a bit more technology to get a heli with 5 blades, but this one has it. And why is it for beginners again? Well, because it has a barometer in it and optical flow down here. And it comes with easy to charge, easy to use proprietary batteries. So you can get this with 1 battery, 2 batteries, or 3 batteries, and these are 2-cell batteries. They'll give you 13 minutes of flight time on each of these. You just slide them in the nose, lock them in place, and it powers on. So really quick to summarize, you have a beginner helicopter that is designed for people who are flying an RC helicopter for the very first time. It comes in a ready to fly kit. Everything you need is in the box. You pull it out, charge up the batteries, go fly. It will not get away from you because it has optical flow and a barometer to stay at the same height. So when you release the joysticks, it just sits in the air waiting for your next command. You can fly this to a max of 150 meters away from yourself, and it does fly for 13 minutes, and it does weigh this much. Here's the weight again. So the next thing to do is to take this for a quick flight, and I'm going to do it super fast. So here we go. All right, let's get this flying. So the first thing we need to do is turn on our remote. Power button's right here. There we go. Plop that down. Next, take our heli. The nose comes right off like this. And then you take your battery, slide it in like this, and you will see right here at the front of your battery you have a lock button. Locks it into position. Up here you have an on and off switch, so you can power on the heli. Blink. It's on. You see all the blinky lights. It's got some very bright lights. You can see them in the daytime and at night. And then you just put the nose piece back on, click it into place. There we go. Put your heli down and it's pretty much ready to fly. I'll turn it sideways so you can see it in the camera. There's blinky lights down here. You don't want them to blink, so take your left joystick and move it up and down, and that should connect it. There we go. Now it's connected. It's ready to go. So on our remote over here in the top left, you have speeds. I'm going to leave it in the lowest speed, and over here you have an emergency stop. You also have a takeoff and land buttons. And if you're wondering, this is the maiden flight. I have not flown this, but I know it's so easy to fly. It's right out of the box, ready to go. Here we go. Let me see, where's the button? I have one over here called takeoff. Let's hit it. Is it going to go up? I'm not touching anything. Where's it going? Is it coming at my head? It's doing pretty well. I'm still not touching the controls. I just want to see how it does. So honestly guys, optical flow out of the box. I'm flying it for the very first time. I have 0 skills and it's flying itself. There's a little camera on the bottom that is looking at the ground. That's the optical flow, and you can mess it up. If I take my hand, I should be able to mess it up. And I should be able to make it follow my hand. Whoa, look at that, like a Jedi. Because the camera on the bottom wants to follow whatever's on the ground. And since the ground doesn't move, it just sits still in the air. All right, let's use the joysticks and fly it around. So I'm in, according to this, speed number 1. This is in my little backyard, I'm flying it. So let's like break this way, spin around, come at me. Bring it up so you can see the headlight going at me. I just have to watch out for tree branches back here. There's plenty of them. But look at that. Look at that. This thing is like a breeze to fly. I'm gonna get my grandma to fly this. So if you've never flown a helicopter before, this one here is super simple. And let's try this. I'm gonna make it yaw. Whoa, it's out of control. No, I'm doing that. I'm just yawing it. Doing these little corkscrews in the air. All right, let's bring it back to me. So let's check out the speeds here. Probably not a good idea to check out the speeds in my backyard, but I will try it. So here we go. I'm in speed number 1, full blast forward. There we go. That's not very fast. Full blast backwards, that's not very fast. All it does when you change the speeds, it changes the angle of attack. The more the nose goes down, the faster it goes. Now each time you change the speed, you will hear the number of beeps. So watch this. Speed 1, speed 2, speed 3. There we go, 2 beeps for speed 2. Forward. And there we go. Try speed 3. Bring it up a little. And speed 3. Oh, speed 3 is good. Yeah, there you go. Now you can have some fun. So the faster you can get this going, I'll put it back in 1 for my little backyard. Faster you can get it going, the better it will fly in the wind. So right now there's a bit of a breeze back here, so it gets pushed around a little, but the optical flow holds it in position. What else is around here? There's not much. There's a big landing button. Let's try that. Let me hit landing. And I missed the landing pad. Oh well. It turns off by itself. Okay, I guess the next thing I should do is let me go to the front of my house where I have the whole neighborhood, and I'll whip it up and down my street. Oh, but before I do that, because someone's gonna wonder, there is a calibration on here. Now you have to have it flat on the ground. I'll do it out in the front yard when I'm out there as well. But you just take these 2 joysticks and you pull them down to the left and it calibrates it to level. I won't do it here because it's not really level on this landing pad. I'll do it on my driveway where it's a bit more flat. Now, before I fly this in the front of my house, I want to show you something I learned after I made the video. And that is that if you want to fly this and turn off the optical flow, even though it's not written in the documentation, there is a secret way to do it. So on your remote, you have all these trim controls. You have 4 of them, and you have one on the left. If you pull that down while this is flying and hold it down, the radio will make a beep and the optical flow will turn off, and then you can fly this more in manual mode. So basically you'll be flying it with barometer and 6G, but you'll have no optical flow. Why would you want to do that? Well, if you get really good at flying this as a beginner and you have some better skills, you could turn off the optical flow. It will then get pushed around by the wind and the breeze, but you could control it more and get it closer to a real pro helicopter. So that was my quick tip. Now back to outdoor flying. Now we're in my front yard and the heli's down here. I'm about to power it on. I have stuck an Insta360 Go camera underneath. You can see what it looks like. It's going to add more weight to this heli, but I'm sure it can lift it. Let's try it out. So there we go. That's the view from the Insta360 Go camera. And now I'm going to power on the heli. The switch is just above the camera. It's on. I'll put the cover back on, put this on the ground. We are set to fly. Okay, I've got it in speed 1. Let's see if it can lift the camera. I'm going to hit the takeoff switch, let it go. Well, it's lifting that camera like nothing, like butter. Now I have the whole street here, so I'm just gonna go down the street and you'll get some footage from the camera up front so I can see what things look like. So there we go. That is speed 1. Not very fast, is it? No, let's bring it back to me. Nice big circle. Oh, picking up speed now. There we go, coming by me. All right, let's spin it to look at me and go into speed 2. Okay, speed 2, going by me and down my street. There's speed 2. How's that? A little faster. Let's bring it back to me. Turn around and come back full speed. Right by me. There we are. Look at that. Whoa. I gotta watch out for people over there. Go on back this way. Okay, and let's go speed 3. And take it up a little bit because it's gonna go very fast. Here we go. Speed 3 and let's go. Down the street, speed 3. There we go. And let's bring it back, full speed at me. Bring it up. Whoa, look at that go. When the nose tips down, you really have to hold it up with all that weight up front because it wants to go right into the ground. But there we go. So, speed 3, here's my little beginner heli going around my neighborhood. This is so cool. Look at this thing. And it's got the weight of a camera up front. So you can probably, if you want to have fun, I'll put it back at speed 1. If you want to have fun, you could probably lift things with it, like have a little contest, lift things up in the air. The only problem I think you would have if you tried to lift something with this is whatever you stick on the bottom, if it gets in the way of that optical flow camera, it's going to mess everything up. So maybe you can't lift anything. All right, let's bring it back and land it. Come on over to me. Over here, where's my little land thing? There we go. And hit the land button. It's going down. And there we go. All right, the next thing I want to show you is what you get in the box when you buy this heli. Check it out. Here we have the box the heli comes in. Inside the box you'll find the heli, the transmitter, the batteries, and the accessories. The amount of detail on this heli is easily above average. This is not your grandma's heli. It has a direct drive brushless motor for the main rotor, and it has a brushless motor for the tail rotor. The optical flow allows you to fly the heli indoors as well as outdoors. The 2-cell lithium-ion battery will give you 13 minutes of flight time, and it's USB rechargeable, and a USB recharging cable is included. The included transmitter sits well in the hands, and the gimbals feel okay. It is powered by 4 AA batteries, not included. Accessories include tools and spare blades, and of course a user manual. The total takeoff weight with battery is only 238 grams. Alright, so you're back to me and you want to know my positives and negatives? Well, let me tell you the following. I don't have any negatives because it is a ready-to-fly helicopter right out of the box, and you get everything you need to fly, and it does everything it says it does, so I have no negatives. The positives are exactly that it's a ready-to-fly helicopter right out of the box. It's not super expensive. It's highly detailed, it doesn't weigh a super amount, it has a lot of power to lift with those 5 blades, which I usually don't see on beginner helis. That's pretty cool. It's got a beautiful tail motor, everything is brushless, so it's all high quality, so I think you're really going to enjoy this. So with all of that said, I'm putting the links to this heli below. My discount code is in effect for this heli, so you can get it at a lower price than shown. Just type in my discount code when you go to checkout. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed my vacation video. When I'm off vacation, my videos will be longer and more detailed, but for now, this is just a quick one. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you again in a future video while I'm still on vacation, and they will be short, but I'll catch you in a future video with another product coming up sometime in the future. Until then, I say bye.